My girlfriend's mom asked why we weren't engaged yet. She said, I'm not ready to close doors. What if someone better comes along? I was coming upstairs with groceries and heard everything through the kitchen window. My heart just stopped. 2 years together, living together for 8 months, and that's how she really felt? I quietly set the bags down outside, grabbed my keys, and drove to my buddy Mateo's place. Didn't even go inside to confront her. What was the point? Mateo listened to everything while we sat on his porch drinking beers. Then he said something that changed my perspective completely. Dude, she just saved you from the biggest mistake of your life. Imagine if you'd proposed and found this out after the wedding. He was right. I'd been ring shopping for weeks. Actually had an appointment at the jeweler that Saturday to pick out something perfect. Had the whole proposal planned out. Dinner at the restaurant where we had our first date, then a walk through the park where I'd hidden a photographer. The next morning, I went back to get my stuff. Ava was crying, makeup streaked down her face, begging me to stay. I didn't mean it that way. Mom put me on the spot. You know how she gets with her questions. So your real feelings only come out when you think I can't hear them? That's even worse, Ava. But her sister Selene was there too, visiting from college for spring break. She pulled me aside while Ava was in the bathroom and whispered, she said the exact same thing about her last boyfriend Xavier, word for word. I remember because it made me sick then too. That's when it clicked. This wasn't a moment of doubt or cold feet. This was who Ava really was. Always keeping her options open, never fully committing to anything or anyone. Selene helped me load my car, even carried some boxes herself. I'm sorry, she said. You deserved better than this. You're a good guy. Thanks. That actually means a lot coming from you. Over the next few weeks, Selene and I started texting. Nothing romantic at first. She was just checking how I was doing, sending funny memes to cheer me up. Then she invited me to a concert when she was back in town for summer break. Ava found out through mutual friends and lost her mind. Accused Selene of stealing her man and me of using her sister for revenge. The truth was simpler. Selene was just easy to talk to, genuinely kind, and we had way more in common than Ava and I ever did. We both loved hiking, obscure indie movies, cooking elaborate Sunday dinners. Ava had always rolled her eyes at my hobbies, called them boring. Selene actually wanted to join in. 6 months later, I'm engaged to Selene. Turns out someone better really did come along, just not for Ava. The proposal was perfect. Hiking trail where Selene and I had our first real conversation, sunset over the valley, the whole romantic setup. She said yes before I even finished asking. Started crying happy tears immediately. Planning the engagement party was tricky. Selene wanted to invite family, but we knew Ava would cause drama. Her parents were surprisingly supportive though. Her mom actually apologized to me for that day in the kitchen, said she always liked me better anyway. At our engagement party, everything was going great until Ava showed up uninvited. She'd driven 4 hours from her new job in Portland, still in her work clothes, looking absolutely unhinged. She marched right up to our table where we were cutting the cake and screamed, "You're both disgusting. This is sick. How could you do this to me?" The entire backyard went silent. 40 people just staring, forks halfway to their mouths. Selene just smiled, didn't even stand up, and said, "Thanks for leaving the door open, sis. Worked out perfectly for everyone." The whole room went silent for about 3 seconds. Then everyone started laughing. Even Ava's mom came over and hugged Selene, whispering, "Welcome to the family officially, sweetheart." Ava stormed out, but not before yelling that we'd ruined her life and that Selene was just the consolation prize and sloppy seconds. Selene's dad actually followed Ava outside and told her she wasn't welcome at family events anymore, unless she could learn to be civil. Apparently, she'd been trash-talking both of us to anyone who'd listen for months. 2 weeks later, Selene showed me Ava's Instagram story. She was already dating some new guy. Caption reading, "Finally found someone who appreciates me and knows what he wants. Some people never change, but honestly, I'm grateful. Sometimes the universe has a twisted sense of humor, but I'm not complaining." Selene and I are getting married next spring at the same venue where we got engaged, and honestly, I've never been happier. Ava did me the biggest favor of my life without even realizing it.